him right here, $2.2 billion dude. Alright, let me see. This video right here is gonna be basically an explanation on a telehealth fraud scheme, or scheme fraud on a telehealth. Alright, let me get right into it. I was in Braintree, Massachusetts, right? I stayed at some property there, and as I was checking out, I went to the maid cart, and I went to the maid cart. I grabbed a bunch of soap bars, you know, soap to wash up with. And as I left there was somebody there who thought that they were packages of heroin or crack, I don't know about that, something like that, right? And ever since then, they have been investigated. They have been 138 of them, the doctors and nurses, they received 22,000 years, along with the criminal organization in the Northeast in Massachusetts. Massachusetts is known for gangland, and gangland. I survived that. I lived on the outskirts of Brockton, Massachusetts. I was in the West Bridgewater area, basically all the way until I was like 21. And when I was like 21, whatever, I moved away from there. But so I've really been out of that area for a while. But okay, let me get right into this too. When I was 4 years old, I was kidnapped from some guy named Kevin Jenkins, who went on the run from Brooklyn, New York, had 10 FBI warrants. I don't understand how he was able to hold me for 30 years, but that person lied to me. It said his name was Carol Van Walston, but when I did my identity protection, I had an identity fraud on my credit, so they told me to call identity. No, they just actually connected me over to a different department, the identity protection department. And when they did that, actually, when that happened, I found out the website to go onto, and that was the someone website that had a show what that person was doing to my background. Okay, now that person stole my identity. Listen to this: 200 trillion times. All right, I looked on there. And it said that they stole my, when they did that, they put it on the dark web. Right, that's how they found out, and that's how they knew who it was and what was going on, and this and that. So yeah, okay. Right. Now that all plays a part because that person told me they was jealous of me, how I lived, because when they kidnapped me, there was somebody else who was like, you are a gay dude, you are supposed to be a gay son, but you're not really related to them. What we're gonna do is take me off that faggot's hand, who was Kevin Jenkins, and I live with a different set of people. And those people were better than was really a help, sort of was out. It was really gigantic help. I got to sign a modeling contract when I was 16. A+ models. That's how I first broke into the industry. Okay, and then let me see. Okay, so when I was 25 years old. Okay, so from age like 14, from age like 14, let's say 13, 14 to age 25, right? I was away from that person. When I turned that person had tried to do anything it could to get me back, to the beast. Because that person is the beast, you know. Like I just said what I just said, so there's no reason to say anything else, right? Yeah. So yeah, that person it was a very bad human being. It was just a terrible monster, just a very bad person, very unclean soul, you know. And when I was in one of those states in the southeast, not GA, not Florida, none of those states. But now when I was at a place, they literally, when I was over at the Econo Lodge, right, I heard that person being beat the hell up, right? They went over there, it was the Lord. That actually, that person got stomped the fuck out, got beat the fuck up, right? And then I heard I said, okay, then I quiet, all right. So when that person was taken in, right, the next day when I left there, I acquired. That's when I acquired the aquamarine. The aquamarine was literally in the woods. Like I can't even say the woods, but it was like the forest. Right? And there's an abandoned railroad track in the forest, right? And in the most ruralest part of of the north of that state, of the southeast state. It was in the north of the southeast state, right? And I was living in that area, okay? Uh, like some neighbors, whatever, up the road was like Kylie Jenner, it's just something like that, right? Saying Kylie, telling me her name, and that was well in the southeast, the east coast, whatever it is, right? And it's okay. Trying to get like this everything in order. All right. Okay. So like I said, so after they did that, okay, when I was leaving that area with Aquamarine, I probably got like 20 something miles away, right? And I heard that voice talking. I passed a graveyard, and the graveyard started talking. Like that voice was in quote, but right, but the grave, how that person sounded from the graveyard was way different from the person is in real life, right? The person in real life is just an asshole, yo. Yeah, I'm right, yo. Like I said, Carol Ann Walsh, Carol Ann James, or whatever. It goes by the name Brian. It goes by a lot of different nasty damn names, right? That person is a disgusting bastard, right? So if you ever see that person, if they ever do that shit again with that person, right? Please handle that for me. That'd be just an awesome thing. Get that off my shoulders, because I would have been done, with my gemstones. Those I would have been done already. But that's sort of not the hold up, but it's just those nasty damn bastards. You know what I mean? They disgusting, yo. You know what I mean? Like my wife is white, and my wife, so like I have nothing to worry about. I'm like I just said, so and let me think. Oh yeah, and also my gemstones right now add up to like over two. Okay, wait. I can count a different set of $1 million piles with 2,000 times. So a different set of $1 million piles 2,000 times, like over 2,000 times. Huh? Hell yeah! Hope you enjoyed my videos too. My last one, my orange. The 700 million one, yeah, that's dope as fuck. Like I said, that's a criminal organization. They've been involved in everything that's terrible. Like one person, like I said, has every STD, it's a concoction of every STDs. That's a very disgusting, nasty bastard. That dude's dick is bleeding blood and everything. So, so that's when telehealth comes into play, because I'm a straight, good-looking dude, and those people they don't even look right. They look funny, And so, like I just said, yeah, they are just not very in the right set of mind, brain people. They're the stupid class. That's not even right. That's not even funny. And also, like I said the city, I said the state, and I said what happened. So those people, like I said, so they got 22,000 years, all of them, and that's why it's a telehealth scheme, because that person who did that shit to me, who tried to steal my identity, and then talking about in life, they said this is open court. That's why I kidnapped his ass for 30 years. Just like that, right? The person is, and also, when I was in one of these places, right? That person showed up screaming that shit, so that's when I knew when they broke out. So I put two to two together, and that's sort of when they broke away from the transportation. I heard it was during transportation, but they broke away. Um, it was a while when I first saw that stupid shit. Um, it was over. I think Hingham. Like, I was sitting in Nantasket Junction, and that damn thing just like was mad low. Like, I was like, yo, you, and you know what they said? They said that those people was like, well, there's an up and coming star, so we're going to kidnap and rape them, do all this, and those people are the number one rapers. You know, they're the number one rapers. They're the number one crime breakers. They're right. Those people the number one con artist, you know. So just be careful when we hear if we hear those voices, if we see them, because when I left that area and I was going towards the south and the northeast, all right, when I was stopping at places to rest and all that, do what I had to do, you know, for me, for myself, um, like those people were real. They was running from that shit. I swear to God, like they were jet, like run mad fast, yo. They take cover, yo. It was like, yo, do you know what type of sensors that shit has on? They could spot you from where, cause they're up in the air, so spot you from mad far, like, you know. So they stay away from that, you know. And and actually, and those people, they really fucked in the head because